E aí pessoal, tudo bem? Vamos continuar hoje nossa gameplay de Alan Wake. Iremos aí para o episódio 4. Vamos lá.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice. Hartman, I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Os cara ainda deixam uma maquinazinha de escrever aqui pra mim. Muito safado mesmo.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message, loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Vai, cara.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up.
Eu sei que o cara é bom, né, no papo aí.
No one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Pra ler o que aqui? Além das sombras do conformismo, um milagre sob a luz aguarda. Em memória de um bom amigo e poeta. É aquele... Esqueci o nome, é Zen, é? Sei lá. Que lindo, não?
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't
É
it?
sim, nisso aí eu vou ter
Calder
que
Lake
concordar.
spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Ainda tô com esse
Alan,
curativo.
what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I got you. I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Eita.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy.
Essa música ali é tema do que ela tava cantando? Parou. Eu acho que era do Guerra nas Estrelas, sei lá, Star Wars. Aqui podemos dar-lhe a ajuda especializada que precisa, porém observe o seguinte, peça a seus amigos e familiares para planejarem visitas de modo a não interferirem em sua terapia ou períodos de criatividade. Por favor, respeite a privacidade e o espaço pessoal do resto dos pacientes, especialmente durante seus processos criativos. Nossos pacientes têm problemas criativos de longo prazo, que não serão resolvidos da noite para o dia, permite-se o tempo necessário. Tenha em mente que receberá voluntariamente um tratamento específico para o seu problema. A terapia, compromisso e seu método associado. O fluxo são mais eficazes quando você lhe dá forma e os conduz. Se tiver qualquer dúvida, por favor, não hesite em nos perguntar. Beleza. Qualquer coisa aí, eu entro aí no contrato.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
Os carinha roqueiros lá da
place off the face of the
da loja lá.
And
Café.
these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
Rapaz, o cara tá doido pra levar um tapa, né, na
I'd
cara.
like to bash his head in with a hammer. Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm. The Anderson farm. Valhalla! We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message. Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Tem que
My
ir na
head was
fazenda.
clearing up, or according
Deixa eu abrir aqui um
Zane
manuscrito.
could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Amin, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, got any booze on you? Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to
Retorne
him
ao seu
too,
quarto.
the damn witch.
Vamos ter que ir nessa fazendinha aí, né? E meu quarto é longe daqui, hein?
Bad dream. You can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head and they're not there when
O que é que esse cara aqui tem pra dizer?
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Muito bem, cara.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that.
É,
I'd hate to be out there.
não gostaria de estar ali, mas eu acho que eu vou ter que ir lá, né?
So they won't shut up, and the writers won't shut up either because
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room.
Fuck off.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be.
Será que se eu usar...
I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Será que se eu usar o celular aqui dá pra utilizar esse código, hein? Já pensou? Café. Vamos voltar para o quarto.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't. The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so...
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business.
Weak now, are we?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd be keeping them.
I'm taking it. Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to pay the piper. We're on a comeback tour, baby. Hammer's way will have it
Quarto do Emerson.
up in their name.
Onde é o escritório?
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
É, não tem a chave disso aí. Wake. O que foi que apareceu aqui? Botão de ação ali.
Children of the Elder God, would you light upon the dawn? I wish I had my axe.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
He's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems. Always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him. And we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Rapaz, os caras aí.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected
Os caras inventando coisa de mim, né?
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Olha o Barry aí. Já tá zoando aí, já aí
Barry?
dentro.
Ow! About time!
Barry, man, I'm glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
É mesmo?
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability in mind.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out. Ah!
Ui! Ô susto! Abre. Eita, que agora a escuridão veio até a minha propriedade, né? Eu tava de boa aqui na frente. Eu nem lanterna tenho ainda. Não dá pra sair, perdi por minha vida toda. Eu acho que eu tenho que ligar aquele gerador, né, que tem lá em cima. Liga, tá aceso aqui, dá pra ligar. Esse aqui é dos bons, hein? Dá pra derrotar todos os móveis aí. Tem que ligar de novo. Vamos derrotar os móveis. Lutando contra os móveis aí. Agora o bicho queimou, hein? Tanta intensidade. O que a gente pode fazer agora? Ah, queimou não, tá ali, ó. Tá prestando aí. Tá vacilando, ó. Já as coisas sobem aqui, eu não liguei logo. Já esses móveis aparecem aí pra me matar. Não dá pra mexer isso aqui. Eu não tô conseguindo mover isso aqui. Vou dar partida mais uma vez aí. Lembrando aí, é o Dead by Daylight, ligando o gerador. Como é que mexe isso? Eu não tô conseguindo mexer isso, mas eu já tô com a pistola. Eu acho que já foi, né? Tem que escapar agora. Já deve dar pra passar, porque eu tirei muito móvel dali do meio. Ai. Fecha as portas aí, mano. E vai. Tô preso. Sinalization. Eita. Tem que jogar um sinalizador aqui, né? Tá tudo fechado. Manuscrito. Eu vou passar aqui porque senão a gameplay vai ficar muito longa pra postar no YouTube. Mas vocês podem dar pause aí. O episódio de ontem foi 1h30. Escape da clínica, agora eu vou ter que correr aqui. Eita. Dá pra se esconder aqui, né? Eu pensei que ia vir uma bola ali do nada, mas pelo visto. Vem pra cima do Ronaldinho Gaúcho. Passa, cara. Então, ó o olé bonito, né, que eu dei. O cara não corre. E agora? Morri, cara. Eu tô vendo escuridão em tudo que é lugar, não dá pra entrar aqui. Pra sair, né, quer dizer. Tem que atirar naquela bola ali ou fazer ela tacar na porta? Eu acho que é pra fazer ela se tacar, né? Venha. Eita, pô. Rapaz, ainda apertei o botão, né, mas deu muito certo não. Pelo menos meu amigo tá ali esperando. Meu camarada ali. Ei, isso aqui não é um manuscrito, não? Quem é aquele outro? Aquela outra luz ali?
Barry, I don't have a light. Take this, Al.
Me dá aí. Me dá essa luz aí. Olha aí, amigo. Isso aqui é amigo, cara. Vamos sair daqui, né? Agora eu só não sei por onde. Ah não, labirinto, cara. Aí não dá, né? Com 6 bolas aí também eu mato só um cara. 18. Ah, lá vem os caras. Tô escutando só o som deles aí. Labirinto buga. Com certeza. Don't trust you que? Me, é? Sei lá, tá escrito ali. Não vamos confiar nessas luzinhas aí amarelas, né? Manuscrito.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece.
Vamos lá. Mais balas aqui. Será que dá pra ir pela voz dele? Oh! Eu acho que aqui eu vou ter que morrer até eu assentar o caminho.
Hartman hurried down the corridor.
Porque aqui não tem condições. Olha isso. Tem luz aqui, hein? Sai de perto de mim. Mais labirinto ainda? Eita, esse cara aí tá loucão, hein? Isso aí tá bombado. E é o doutor doidão lá. É o Coringa. Será que é só ele sozinho? Oh! Já vi um Zé Curubu ali, cara. Aqui eu acho que eu já tomei. Aí ferrou, meu amigo. Corre. A próxima luz. Vai, vai, acelera. Acelera, você consegue. Pronto, cheguei na luz. Agora vamos nessa casinha aqui. Temos aqui uma escopeta que só cabe 2 balas de cada vez. Aqui eu nem quero saber o que é que vai me esperar aqui nesse corredor. O cara apareceu do nada aí, só na surpresa, só na maciota, safado. Opa, opa! Calma aí, amigo, calma aí. Vamos na calminha aí que esse... Nossa, de 7,5 não. Ah não. O carrinho de mama matou. Legal. Tem que pegar aqui, né? Ah, tinha um manuscrito aqui, né?
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more.
Manuscrito. O manuscrito do que tá acontecendo. Agora é o jeito de eu matar esses caras, porque eu vou ter que passar no portão. Porra, queria que eu tava no forte, né? Calma aí, cara. Pega leve aí. Aqui nesse jogo parece que quanto mais eu demoro, os monstros vêm infinito, não acaba não. Eu vou ter que lutar contra esse carrinho de mão, né, que eu já tô sabendo. Só um lado do portão já basta. Dá pra passar de boa, tá bom.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived.
Outro manuscrito. E vamos nessa. Atravessa o jardim, né? Labirinto doido aqui. Oh! Lapada medonha. Daí não deu nem tempo, amigo. Não deu pra reagir não. Calma aí, amigo. Calma aí, amigo. Ali não deu tempo nem botar a lanterna. O cara começa a espancar, não para mais. Opa, de novo, tô passando direto. Vou botar logo um choque no escuro desse cara aí. É, errando que se joga certo. Não tô sabendo desviar e atirar ao mesmo tempo. Ou eu desvio ou atiro. É ali, né, que é pra ir. É, aqui nem tem nada, né? Do outro lado ali, ó. Ah, tem um manuscrito, será? Tem muita monstro aqui. Os Taken.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was...
Eu duvido eu chegar ali no meu amigo Barry e não ter uma fileira de monstros aqui. Será?
Al! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Tacar o carro aí.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Sabia. Olha o tamanho do cara que vem ali. Ele vem ali o Jason ali, o massacre da Serra Elétrica. Olha o tamanho dos caras aqui, rapaz. Ou não. Ah, aqui só desviando mesmo, porque esses caras aí são loucos. Pegou a chave, cara? Vambora.
For the nearest, you're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Até a clínica do doutor lá foi pega, não duvido de mais nada aí nesse jogo.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, man.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest...
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it.
Look out! God damn it, now talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Rapaz.
Barry, just
coincidência,
wait
né?
for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up!
Caraca.
Don't worry about it!
É alto demais.
Now he's Rambo. This
Agora
would
deu
turn
Rambo.
into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Rapaz, que coincidência, né? A gente queria ir na granja. Caímos aqui direto na granja. Na verdade não tão perto, mas melhor do que isso, estraga. Ei, calma aí, amigo. Ah não, eu tô enganchado nisso aqui. O cara tá gordo o suficiente pra passar ali. Aí ó, carrinho de mão, carrinho. Venha, venha. Pronto. Safe do Brave. Vamos até ali pegar uma garrafa de café. Ah não. Era pra ter ido pro outro lado logo, né? Porque aqui é o lado certo. Mas nada é seguro aqui, cara. Tem que andar por trás dessas rochas aqui. Lá vem mais, ó. Ainda bem que ela não consegue vir tão longe.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Eu deixei de ir pra um lugar ali em cima, ó. Ah não. Milagre é esse? Você tá correndo desde tanto tempo?
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Oh. Onde foi essa luz que eu liguei? Isso aqui?
sensed the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
O que a lanterna fazia aqui ligada? Trash, no one. Não confio em ninguém da escuridão, no escuro. Ah não! Zé Curupira doido ali. Oh! Aí vem a reca toda, né? Tem que vir uns amigos loucão. Aqui eu levo uma cacetada e pronto, já não liga mais nunca. Ó. Impossível. E os caras são bons de mira, né? Se não correr fazendo zigue-zague aí na doida. Eu acho que aquele gerador ali tava ali só pra perder tempo mesmo, porque não era o objetivo não. O objetivo era chegar aqui nessa luz.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Lanterna de alta resistência.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Cara, mas não viesse me buscar aqui em cima, né? Porque olha a distância, cara, que a gente tá só subindo cada vez mais. E ainda vai adentrar nessa floresta toda aí, ó, pra começar a descer, né? Por enquanto ainda tô sem arma.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
Pois é,
I
né?
had seen glimpses of the light before.
Mas eu não tô pegando as
The dark
páginas.
presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the door of my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit.
Ah,
He was the one who'd been
eu
placing
já
the
pensava
pages
que era
on
um
my
monte de
path.
manuscrito de novo. Tô ficando doido. Ponto de controle. Aqui deve aparecer uma reca de cara. Olha o tanto de névoa que tem. Vamos ler logo
The
isso
storm
aqui.
raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return.
Missão de espingarda. Agora cadê a espingarda? Aí ferrou, né? Será que era pra pegar uma espingarda? Por aqui. O objetivo tá apontando é pra ali. Olha aí, eu tô cego, né?
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Agora vamos lutar com as nossas 2 balas por ano. Frequência absurda aí, cadê esse tiro? A gente gente vai correr um pouquinho, rapaz. No zigue-zague, né? Porque os caras aí são chatos. Aqui não é o Resident Evil 4 não. O cara ainda consegue errar machado não. Olha isso. Os caras dão um predict aí numa... Epa, epa, epa. Calma aí, amiga. Vamos devagar. Opa. Vamos devagarzinho, né? Eu vou acabar pisando na armadilha. Se for assim de costas. Ou então encontrando um pouco louco aqui, né? Morro.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Achamos aqui o carro aqui, né?
Hello?
Vamos ver o que a gente
Anybody
encontra
here?
aqui.
Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah!
Caraca, por que ele não quer correr?
What are you? Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry! Ah! Ah!
Ok. Cadê meu amigo?
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
Ah,
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy who wrote this crap anyway.
pá, não sei não, ó. Não faço ideia de quem escreveu nada não, cara.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape.
Amém. Opa, ainda tem mais história?
I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Que é isso, amigo? Ei, cara. Na minha casa não, né? Propriedade privada aqui. Agora eu colei no cara, ferrou. Atira. Eu não entendi não, porque eu não tava atirando. Mas tudo bem. Isso aí não é válido não. O cara invadiu minha casa. Será que tem porta fechada?
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean.
O manuscrito aí tá dando spoiler. Eu não quero ver spoiler não, gosto não. Eu vou na...
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm.
sorte mesmo.
For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all,
Só no
I made
destino
this
aqui
for
porque
myself.
acontece.
But Barry was Barry.
Calma aí, dá uma pausinha pro café, né? Como sempre. Não sei quantas garrafas de café eu já peguei aqui pra beber. Só nessa gameplay. Dá pra pular aqui não? Lá pra baixo para o GTA. Aquele caminho ali, né? Tem uma cabana lá em cima. cabana ali. É muito ruim de dirigir assim. Pensei que seria mais rápido. Será que eu dou uma passadinha ali? Eu não vou não. Deve ter manuscrito ali. Vou voltar pra fazendia pra estar mais animado. Não tem nenhuma passagem aqui não. Eu tô cego mesmo. Toma, cara. Vai matar um bocado desses caras. Aproveitar esse carrinho aqui. Só pra me vingar mesmo. Tem que passar por aqui, né? Saindo do caminho de fogo, né? Ah, lá vem um louco. Loucos. Correr. Pra cá, louco, né? Ei. O carro não passava ali. Será? Tem que ir a pé mesmo. É longe pra caramba. Isso aqui é sinalizador, hein? Pra acender isso.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Olha, rapaz.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn!
Ah, meu amigo. Ele não deixa tempo, não. Vou pegar logo isso aqui, que é mais importante. Agora eu vou pegar a lanterna. Eu apertei o botãozinho de desviar, mas não respeita não. Granada, tem que jogar ali.
Oh, damn it! Goddamn turn of the century wiring! Hang on out! I'll get them working again, I promise!
É cara demais. Ah, esses caras são chatos, né? Ah, não. Calma aí, amigo. Cadê a luz, cara? Quero café, quero café. Pauzinha do café, né? Ah, não, cara. Nossa, padrão. Vamos lá. Para aí. Os caras são chatos. Por que tá fazendo isso aí? Puxa. Yes. Porra! Agora só dois lados. Tá bom? That was amazing.
Capital of America.
Foi incrível, cara.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Bora. Bora. Tô animado agora.
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
O cabra vai ficar ali. Vamos lá. Pra que eu subi aqui mesmo?
Here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me
Alan.
furious. Right now,
Alanzinho Wake.
here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
Ah, rapaz, agora é Viking aqui.
Sleep. We all spend
Propaganda de TV de novo.
Hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job. What got you started?
Eu gostei foi dessa lamparina aqui que eu tô usando. Lanternazinha tem qualidade.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. The
Agora aqui
Viking boat
parece
looked imposing, almost like a
parece
battering
ter coisa
ram.
boa me esperando não.
That's by someone else.
Os cara é comédia demais. Agora aí, ó. Já começou. Começou a putaria. Tá a névoa aí já. Parece que quando tá na névoa o cara se cansa rápido. Mal apareceu a névoa aí, ele tá correndo aí que nem uma lesma. Onde? Eu nem vi ele. Passar pra onde? Ele tá lá em cima da onde? Não sei. Eu vou derrotar logo esse cara aí, ele tá sozinho, né? É. Vem pra cá, amigão, vem. Rapaz, que porra é essa? O caminho certo é aqui? Eu quero só passar, né? Senão os caras não deixam. Eu não vou matar bastante cara ali não. Da hora, mas rapaz. Pera aí. Foda-se. Usa, cara. Mas perder tempo com isso não. Vamos embora. Os caras são infinitos mesmo.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
A luz é tão forte que reflete na parede. Chega aos meus olhos. Isso aqui é lanterna. Qualidade. Tô ouvindo passos aqui. Oh, tamanho da criança.
Keep your eyes open, okay?
Estou ótimo, cara. I am fine. Já tem cara mais cara vindo aqui, ó. Pra escutar as pegadas dele da passada.
As you regular listeners
Esse
know,
refletor
I
que eu
tend
peguei,
to
será
work
que é o
through the
mesmo?
night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton.
Gerador, já vamos logo ligando, tá vendo?
Busy schedule here in the studio.
Não é nem perigo.
What is it? How busy are you? Dear Fest is almost here. Let's go.
could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Eu duvido nada que esse trator aí vai vir atrás de mim, quer ver? O que foi que eu falei? Ah, não! Como é que pode? Eu não tava nem carro recarregado. Há 65 bilhões de vacas e porcos no mundo. Ó, jogando e aprendendo, né? Esse cara é dos grandes, hein? Mas eu gastar um pouco de lanterna nele aqui. Tenho que ir pra onde mesmo? Chave do quê? Do silo?
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang up.
Hey, let's go, man.
Eu pensei que já tava na casa dos Andersons.
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Ah! Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
Esse jogo aqui, meu amigo, nada é perto. Valhalla. Será que eu consigo pular uma cerca dessa, hein?
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
É mais fácil pular do que abrir esses portões aí. Ih, rapaz. O massacre da Serra Elétrica passou por aí. Leatherface. Garrafa de café. Vamos lá. O que é que se encontrar aqui? Tão secreto. Opa, outra? O que é que tem tão secreto nessa casa?
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was...
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding. Those guys...
Passagem aqui, hein? Acho que é pra ir pra aí.
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Old gods know the truth. Os antigos deuses sabem a verdade. Guitarra maneira, hein?
Oh, that's gotta be what's her face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
É aqui, né, não? tem como apagar essa lanterna, não?
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Burger's probably just a little dusty.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry.
Acaba
This is...
safado.
Yeah. What the hell?
O cara querendo beber. Uma situação dessa, cara.
I'm sorry about this. No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming. It
Isso,
was a
era como
crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth.
Vou encontrar
A
algo novo
suppressed
aqui.
memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright
Será que
Falls.
aqui eu
The night Alice had disappeared. I had a
saber de
chance to
alguma
find out
resposta?
what had happened.
Alice!
I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I'd woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night. I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Ih. Eita, cara. E agora? Pois é, a gente vai ficar por aqui, pessoal. Obrigado aí por quem acompanhou-nos. E até a próxima.